Welcome, welcome, people. The people spreading mad love. The people spreading the sincerest of hugs. Those hardcore hugs, you know what I'm saying? Really getting to feel each other. Smile, multiply your love, multiply your laughs. Just gonna kind of put together a few things that have been on my mind. I'm not here to criticize or judge. I'm here to simply flip the coin. I know there's two sides to every story. I hear both sides of the story. I like exchanging information with others. I like having other opinions. I like constructive criticism. Like I said, ask me questions. Don't hold yourself back. Stay strong. Stay steady. Stay sweet. And you're going to be refining like a diamond. You're going to be shining.
And as you are sick and you are dying, you are going, holy shit. I never thought I was really going to die, even though everyone around me, I saw them die. Plants, animals, birds, trees, people. Now it's my turn, and I'm scared. Well, I was a Catholic long ago, and they talk about heaven. I think I'll go back to it. I'll get those last rites, and I'll pray that I don't end up in hell. And maybe St. Peter will give me a bit of a kindness. So you go over with those beliefs. Guess where you end up? At the Anunnaki Recycling Center. What can we say? We really appreciate your ability to laugh at these stories, because then you are set free from them. Now, do you realize if this was 500 years ago, and we were saying this, we would all be dead shortly? Is this a given? It's a given, because that was the time of the Inquisition. You're in a new kind of Inquisition today. In Inquisition, it is called political correctness. And just like the time of the Inquisition, when people were frightened to say what was going on, people are frightened today to admit what's really happening.
Hypocrisy.
Divide and conquer. No. That's why
not dividing and conquer. I'm saying
to prevent it from being that, let him say what he wants, so I can say what I want.
You want everybody to say everything. You don't care.
Yes.
All right, but you're being, real and honest. We continue now with Dr. Mark Lamont Hill, Armstrong Williams, and Patrice O'Neill. All right, Dr. Hill, I want to go back to this issue we were discussing earlier. The two people leading the charge, the Reverend Jackson and the Reverend Al Sharpton, and they both have a history of saying outrageous things. I don't
know if I'd say outrageous. I don't.
You don't think Jaime Town's outrageous?
I think it's an unfortunate statement.
Unfortunate statement. You don't think the term white interloper, sir, leading into that incendiary event that took place on Freddy's at 125th, you don't think white interlopers offensive and racist?
Same thing I want to see happen.
I'm just trying to understand. You want this guy fired, but it's acceptable for the people that have this history to lead this effort against this guy. And I'll tell you what I find it. Look, Patrice and I were talking in the break. Either everybody's wrong and everybody gets condemned. You'll only condemn Don Imus. Will you condemn the Reverend Sharpton and the Reverend Jackson for their incendiary remarks over the years? I think
you're making these scapegoats.
The difference is I'm consistent.
Diversionary tactics.
I'm saying it's wrong for everybody.
Sharpton instead of Don Imus.
No, I'm not, because it's wrong for everybody.
It has no bearing on what Don. It has no bearing on what Don Imus did.
No, I'm saying it's wrong, but I'm also saying I think it's hypocritical. The guys that are leading the way have a history of making equally offensive remarks, but they seem to be getting a pass, and that it's appropriate for this guy to be leading the effort. You don't find any irony there or any hypocrisy there?
Well, you're going to be using OJ for the next 50 years to talk about, to compare it to any other white guy who does something.
You said something in the break, though, and I think you're right. Either everybody's wrong or everybody gets to say what they want.
Everybody says what, because the word nigga does not mean what it did in 1920, no matter what you say and when you say it.
But you and I had this debate once before. That word is meant to hurt. Period.
And it could hurt,
Yes.
but you just saying it doesn't hurt me because that implies that you're better than me.
What are you pointing at me for?
Because if I call you a cracker, it never meant nothing to you. It was almost like,
listen,
thank you.
I have known you for a lot of years.
Ricky, but what I'm saying is...
You're over here celebrating calling people hoes and thinking it's funny. To me, that's the
man, stop it.
That's the issue.
Stop it. You're being too serious. First of all, when was nappy-headed hoe... Wait a minute. When was nappy-headed hoe ever a term that was subjugating to black folks?
No.
Nappy-headed hoe. When? Back in the 20s? During slavery? You're being an arbiter just for... Like, they painting you into a corner. You don't even, like, realize that your whole seriousness is messing you up. And now you gotta commit to saying that Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson are hypocrites. You had to commit it.
Cheesing and soft shoe and talking about how this isn't a serious issue.
This is where the problem is.
This is a serious issue.
Now, this is what they do.
Who's they?
They make us fight.
Who's they?
Who does?
When he goes soft shoe. That's more insulting to me than nappy-headed hoe. That's when black people call each other words like that, soft shoe, house nigga. Get out of here. You know better than that, Doc. Defied and conquered.